Greetings, tech enthusiasts. Welcome to another exciting episode of Tech Chronicles, where we bring technology to your fingertips. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of DIY PC building. Imagine the satisfaction of constructing your own custom computer, piece by piece, tailored to your exact specifications. Not only does this project offer significant cost savings, but it also opens a world of customization options that pre-built machines simply can't match. Over the course of this video, we'll guide you through the entire process, from gathering the essential components to the step-by-step assembly. We'll also provide troubleshooting tips for common issues and show you how to manage those pesky cables for optimal airflow and aesthetics. And of course, we'll cover the all-important safety precautions to ensure a smooth and safe build. So are you ready to create something truly unique? Strap in, as we are about to embark on an exhilarating journey of DIY PC building. Before we dive into the assembly process, we need to familiarize ourselves with the essential components. First up is the CPU, or Central Processing Unit, the brain of your computer. It carries out all the commands and calculations that make your PC run. Next is the motherboard, a large circuit board that connects all the other components together. It's the communication hub of your PC. Then we have RAM, or Random Access Memory, which is your computer's short-term memory. It temporarily stores data for quick access. The graphics card, or GPU, is responsible for rendering images, animations, and videos on your screen. For storage drives, we have SSDs and HDDs, which store all your files, applications, and the operating system. The power supply unit, or PSU, provides power to all your components. Lastly, we have the case, which houses all these components, protecting them and providing cooling. With these components at hand, we're ready to start our build. Now that we have our components ready, it's time to assemble them into a fully functioning PC. First things first, let's prepare the case. Remove the side panels and set them aside. This will give you plenty of room to work. Now grab your motherboard. Be sure to handle it by the edges to avoid any static electricity damage. Align it with the standoffs in the case and secure it with the provided screws. Next, it's time to install the Central Processing Unit, or CPU. Open the socket on the motherboard. Delicately place the CPU into the socket, making sure to align the corners, then close the socket. Remember, no force is needed. If it doesn't fit, it's not aligned correctly. Once the CPU is in place, let's install the cooler. Apply a pea-sized amount of thermal paste onto the CPU. This helps with heat transfer. Then, place the cooler on top and secure it according to the manufacturer's instructions. Now, let's move on to the Random Access Memory, or RAM. Open the clips on the RAM slots. Align the notches on the RAM sticks with the notches in the slots, and press down firmly until the clips snap back into place. Next up, the graphics card. Find the appropriate PCIe slot on your motherboard, remove the corresponding backplate on the case, and carefully slot in the graphics card. Secure it with the screw you just removed. Let's not forget about storage. Slide your storage drives into the appropriate bays and secure them. Now it's time for the power supply. Place it in the case, ensuring the fan is facing downwards, and secure it. Connect the necessary power cables to the motherboard, CPU, graphics card, and storage drives. Lastly, let's connect the case cables to the motherboard. These include the power button, reset button, and LED indicators. Refer to your motherboard's manual for the correct placements. Remember, patience is key. Take your time to ensure each component is properly installed. Building a PC is not always a smooth ride. Let's anticipate and overcome common issues. It's not uncommon to encounter a few bumps in the road when assembling your custom PC. For instance, your system might not power on at first. Don't fret, it's usually a simple fix. Check if your power supply is switched on and if all the cables are properly connected. If your system is still not booting, try reseating your RAM and graphics card. Sometimes these components might not be fully inserted into their slots, causing the system to fail. Now, let's talk about cable management. It's not just about making the inside of your PC look neat and tidy, although that's a nice bonus. Proper cable management improves airflow, preventing your components from overheating. It also makes future upgrades and maintenance a lot easier. So how do you achieve good cable management? Start by planning your routes. Your PC case should have cutouts and channels for routing cables. Use these to your advantage. Run your cables through these cutouts, keeping them out of the main cavity of the case as much as possible. Next, bundle your cables together using cable ties. This will keep them neat and prevent tangling. But remember, don't cinch the ties too tight. You don't want to damage your cables. Lastly, keep the cables that you'll need to disconnect and reconnect often, like your power and SATA cables, easily accessible. With these tips, you're equipped to handle any challenges that come your way. Great job! Now that the build is complete, it's time to test and boot our PC. We've come a long way, but our journey isn't over yet. The next steps are crucial to ensure everything is working as it should. First, we'll connect the PC to a power source. But before we hit that power button, it's important to double-check all our connections. Make sure everything's plugged in where it should be. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, take a deep breath, and let's power it on. If all goes well, you'll see the motherboard's BIOS screen. This is a good sign. It means your PC is successfully booting up. But if it doesn't, don't panic. There's always a solution. First, check for common issues. Is the power supply correctly switched on? Are all components firmly seated? If you're still facing problems, it could be something more complex. Maybe the RAM isn't compatible with the motherboard, or perhaps the power supply isn't strong enough. Don't be disheartened. Troubleshooting is part of the process. Once everything's working, you can install your operating system and get ready to explore the world of PC gaming, programming, or whatever tech adventures you're excited about. Congratulations on completing your DIY PC build. Remember, every tech genius started somewhere. Keep exploring, keep learning. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Tech Chronicles for more tech wizardry.